negative feedback. See, in a last lecture we have derived these equations. The gain of the amplifier with feedback is given by AV upon 1 minus KAV. This is your amplifier system, amplifier having a gain AV. This is your input and this is your output, that is VO you have written, this is VI, and AV is nothing but the VO by VI. Your gain AV is equal to VO upon VI. Now this I am taking and giving to the input. I am giving to the input. Look here, this is your through the some network. This is called feedback network. With the help of this feedback network, some part of the output I am giving back to the input. Some part is giving. How much part? K part. As you give, so input will be changed. As you give, input will be changed. Output will be changed. Output I cannot write now VO. I should write VO dash. This is VO for when your feedback is not there. So this is your VO dash. So VO dash is coming here. From this K part I am taking. Which how much part? K part. So I am writing K VO dash here. K is called feedback factor. And that this voltage K VO dash I have given to the input. It is in series. Okay. So new input will be nothing but the VI dash. VI dash is nothing but the VI plus KVO dash. And this entire thing is, entire block is called amplifier with feedback. Entire circuit with feedback is called. And gain of this entire this circuit is given by this equation that we have derived in a last lecture. Now let us just revise negative feedback. We have discussed negative feedback. Okay. So in negative feedback, you know, in this equation, if K is negative, if K is negative, then it is called negative feedback. Or you can say there is some phase between input and this feedback voltage, then it is called negative feedback. If input and feedback voltage are not in phase, then K is called, then K will be negative and this feedback is called negative feedback. This was negative feedback. So what are the advantage of the negative feedback? If you use a negative feedback in amplifier, what are the advantage? So I am listing the advantage of the negative feedback. Advantage, I am writing first. Its input resistance increases. Input resistance increases. Second, output resistance decreases. This is all advantage I am writing for voltage series negative feedback. Already we have discussed there are the two type of feedback, positive feedback and negative feedback. Again it is classified as a current feedback and voltage feedback. More detail, it is classified voltage series feedback, voltage shunt feedback, current series feedback, current shunt feedback. Here this whatever I am making a list of advantage for the negative feedback, that is only for voltage series feedback. First, input resistance increases. Second, output resistance decreases. Third, its bandwidth increases. Fourth, distortion. decreases. Fifth, noise decreases. This is called distortion. This is N for noise. And sixth, stability increases. Stability of the circuit increases. These are the advantages. So what is the disadvantage? Disadvantages is nothing but the only gain of the amplifier decreases. This is we are discussing for negative feedback. Now, so what about the positive feedback? For positive feedback, you know this is the gain of the this is the gain of the amplifier with feedback. In this must be in a phase. For positive feedback, input voltage and feedback voltage are in phase, or they are having a zero phase shift. They are in a 360-degree phase shift. Okay, so effective input signal increases. In positive feedback, effective input signal increases. In negative feedback, effective input signal decreases. So, in a positive feedback, the value of K is positive, or you can say there is a zero phase shift between the input signal and feedback signal, or 360-degree phase shift between input signal and feedback signal. So what is the advantage of this feedback? Advantage of this feedback is the gain with feedback increases. Gain with feedback increases. And another advantage is by giving a proper value of the feedback, by keeping kV is equal to 1, by adjusting the amplitude limiting device, or by some another way, you can adjust the kV is equal to 1, and the gain of the circuit can be made AV upon 1 minus 1 means infinite. So circuit start oscillating. So oscillator is designed by adjusting kV is equal to 1. That we will study in another chapter. Now let us discuss the reasons for negative feedback. What are the reasons to employ the negative feedback in the transistor amplifier? So see the different reasons, or let me say I am discussing the advantage of a negative feedback. First I am discussing the increase in stability of the circuit. The increase in stability of the circuit. So let us justify how the stability increases. We know the equation of the amplifier with feedback. This is the equation of the amplifier with feedback for gain. This is the equation of the gain of the amplifier with feedback is AV upon 1 minus KAV. If I am taking KV is equal to greater than 1, and already we know the K is nothing but the negative, so I can write, or either this way I can write, this is your 1 upon K, gain of the amplifier with feedback. This is important. Gain of the amplifier with feedback is nothing but 1 upon K, 1 upon K, where K is called feedback factors. So why you have written 1 upon K? Reason is that KV is greater than 1, so 1 can be neglected. So AV upon minus KV. If I take the magnitude, I can get K is negative, so I can write like this. So most important thing is that the gain of the amplifier with feedback depends only on K, depends only on feedback network. If your feedback network is made up of only passive component, if feedback network is made up of only passive component, resistor, capacitor, inductor, like so. If the feedback is made up of only passive component, then this gain of the circuit does not depend upon the temperature, transistor parameter like frequency, like its gain, beta, frequency, HIE, HOE, HRE, HOFE, like this. So gain of the amplifier with feedback depends only on feedback factor K, and if the feedback network is made up of only passive component like resistor, capacitor, inductor, then you can say that this gain does not depend upon temperature. It becomes independent of the transistor parameter like its beta and frequency and so on. So you can say circuit of the amplifier with the feedback is more stable compared to the circuit of the amplifier without feedback, because without feedback, the transistor amplifier circuit depends upon the temperatures. Gain of the transistor amplifier circuit depends upon the temperature, transistor parameter beta, frequency and so on. So, but if the feedback network is made up of only passive component, then gain of the amplifier circuit with feedback network does not depend upon the transistors, temperature, beta, frequency. So we can say that circuit is more stable, means amplifier circuit with more stable compared to the amplifier circuit without feedback. So amplifier circuit with feedback is more stable compared to the amplifier circuit without feedback network. So in this way we can say that stability of the circuit is increases. Second point I am discussing, bandwidth of the amplifier increases. Bandwidth of the amplifier increases, or you can say increase in bandwidth, or you can write increase in bandwidth. Suppose bandwidth of the amplifier without feedback is, I am mentioning by BW. Okay. Now you are using a negative feedback. Then bandwidth of the amplifier with negative feedback is increases by 1 minus kV times. I think you know bandwidth. Bandwidth means, for your understanding, let me draw again. Already you know, this is a gain, this is a frequency, this is your frequency response without feedback. Now I am using a feedback, so this is your with feedback. If I say this is your F1 dash, if I say this is your F2 dash, so bandwidth of the amplifier with feedback is written as F2 dash minus F1 dash. If I am writing here F1, this is your F2, bandwidth of the amplifier without feedback is F2 minus F1. This is BW, and this is your BWF. So in short, we want to say that already know that gain decreases. See, gain decreases, that what I have mentioned. This is a gain of the amplifier without feedback. This is a gain of the amplifier with feedback. So gain decreases. Okay, that's a disadvantage. But bandwidth increases. Can you see the bandwidth increases? So I want to prove that bandwidth of the amplifier with feedback is nothing but the bandwidth of the amplifier without feedback multiplied by 1 minus kV. Or you can say how much time bandwidth increases? 1 minus kV times k is negative. So this become plus. So do not confuse. Okay. So let us prove. Very simple. It's very easy way you can prove this. See, we know that gain of the amplifier at high frequency is given by gain of the amplifier at mid frequency 1 plus JF by F2. This is already you derived this equation. Okay, you derived this equation. Now we know this gain of the amplifier at high frequency with feedback is nothing but the gain of the amplifier upon 1 minus kV. This equation already you studied in the last semester. You derived this equation. AVH is equal to AVM upon 1 plus F by F2, where F2 is called upper cutoff frequency, where F2 already know that upper cutoff frequency. Upper cutoff frequency without feedback. Without feedback. Right? Now we have given a feedback. Now after this what we have given? Negative feedback. We have given negative feedback. So my equation of the gain of the circuit at high frequency is this. Okay. Now I am putting this value in this equation. I am putting this value of AVH, this value here and this value here. So I am putting here. Look here. So AVHF, AVM, upon 1 plus J F by F2 upon 1 minus K AVM 1 plus J F by F2. I am taking LCM, you know, you are very good in mathematics, so I can write the next step in this way. This is the gain of the amplifier at high frequency with feedback I am writing. So this equation I am writing AVM upon 1 minus K AVM plus JF by F2. I think you understand. There is a simple mathematical step. So I am dividing this by this. I am dividing numerator and denominator by 1 minus K AVM. So if you divide the above equation 1 minus kVm, you will get 1 plus Jf upon F2 1 minus kVm. So this is nothing but this is AVM with feedback upon 1 plus Jf upon F2 dash, where F2 dash is called upper cutoff frequency of the amplifier with feedback. This is your upper cutoff frequency, upper cutoff frequency of an amplifier with feedback. With feedback, this is your you are getting the equation of the upper cutoff frequency by this way. Very simple. See the methods what I did. See, this is the equation already you know. AVHF is equal to AVH upon, this is a simple equation just we have derived in a last lecture. Gain of the amplifier with feedback is equal to AV upon 1 minus KV. So here high, so I have written high. So this, in this equation I put this value, this I put this value, okay. So I put, look here, so I put this value, and then LCM, this cancel, you know, this is very simple. Now this I have taken here, this I have taken here. Now this is divided by 1 minus kV, this divided by 1 minus kV, and this is also divided by this. So there's, so you can write this, and this I have given the new term F2 dash. So this is the gain of the amplifier. This is your F2 dash, is nothing but the upper cutoff frequency of amplifier with feedback. So I think you understand. Now let us find F1 dash. I am going to find F1 dash. So to find F1 dash, this is for, now for lower cutoff frequency. For lower cutoff frequency I am writing. See, this is the equation of lower cutoff frequency. You study equation of the lower cutoff frequency with feedback is given by AVL upon 1 minus KVL. You know this. This is the equation of the AVL, equation of gain of the amplifier without feedback is given by AVM, gain of the amplifier at mid frequency, upon 1 minus J F1 by F1, where F1 is lower cutoff frequency. Already you know this, you have studied. Lower cutoff frequency. Now I have given a feedback. Once you give the feedback, then your equation will be changed. Equation, I should write the equation of gain is with feedback, I have to write, and this is the equation. Now in this equation I am putting the value of AVL, I am putting this value. See, I am putting this value. I am putting this value of AVL. As I am putting this value of AVL, look here. Gain of the amplifier at low frequency with feedback, here AVM 1 minus J F1 by F upon 1 minus K AVM 1 minus J F1 by F. So I can write AVM upon 1 minus K AVM minus J F1 by F. Only simple, it's a very simple mathematics. Simple mathematics. So I am dividing numerators and denominator by 1 minus KVM upon 1 minus J F1 upon 1 minus KVM into F. This is like this. So this term F1 upon this only, I am writing F1 dash. I am writing F1 dash. So I am writing, this is see, here I have divided by this equation. This is what, like this. So this is nothing but the AVMF 1 minus J f1 dash by f. So let me write again this equation. Gain of the amplifier at low frequency with feedback is given by gain of the amplifier at mid frequency with feedback upon 1 minus j f1 dash upon f. f1 dash is equal to f1 upon 1 minus kVm. So this is your lower cutoff frequency of an amplifier with feedback. So what you can say from this? The gain of the amplifier with feedback is decreases by 1 minus kV times than the gain of the amplifier without feedback. Gain of the lower cutoff frequency of an amplifier with feedback is 1 by kAVM times the lower cutoff frequency of a amplifier without feedback. It means f1 dash decreases. With a negative feedback, lower cutoff frequency decreases and upper cutoff frequency, see here, upper cutoff frequency increases by how much times? 1 minus kV times. Upper cutoff frequency increases, f2 dash is increased by how much times? 1 minus kV times than the f2. Look, you can see, just we have drawn the graph, so from the graph you can get the understanding. See, f1 dash decreases. From this f1 dash decreases. From this f2 dash increases. See here, f2 dash is increases. So on applying a negative feedback, your f2 dash increases, f1 dash decreases. F1 dash decreases, f2 dash increases. So what will be your bandwidth? See, your bandwidth, let me write here, you can say your bandwidth is nothing but the f2 dash minus f1 dash. f1 dash is very small. So I can write f2 dash. So f2 dash already you written f2 into 1 minus kV, and this is your nothing but the bandwidth of your amplifier without feedback, because this is also small, so we are writing it is f2. So look here what we have to complete. See here, simple f2 dash is increases, f1 dash decreases. So what is the bandwidth of the amplifier with feedbacks? Already know that f2 dash minus f1 dash, but f1 dash is very less, so I can write f2 dash. So it is f2 into 1 minus kVm, but bandwidth is without feedback is given by f2 minus f1. f1 is very small, so I can write f2. f1 is also very small, so f2. So this is nothing but the bandwidth of the amplifier without feedback, and I can write this equation. Bandwidth of the amplifier with feedback, I can write is bandwidth of the amplifier without feedback into you can say 1 minus kAVM. This is your derivation, that, and we have proved that this is for negative feedback we have done. And so extra I am discussing. So someone say, so what is the graph for the positive feedback? Graph for positive feedback I am writing. Suppose this is gain, this is your frequency, and this your graph without feedback. This is your F1, this is your F2. Now you've given the positive feedback. As you give the positive feedback, your graph will be like this. Your graph will be like this. Your graph will be like this. This is your F1 dash, this is your F2 dash. This is a graph with feedback. So this is your bandwidth with feedback. This is a bandwidth without feedback. For positive feedback, you can see the gain increases. You can see the gain increases. This is just for your knowledge what I am showing you. Now second reason I want to discuss, distortion decreases. So decrease in distortion. Let us prove that distortion decreases. Suppose this is your amplifier circuit. This is amplifier circuit. This is amplifier circuit. Is as the gain is AV and is produced the distortion D. And you have given some input signal ES. You have given some input signal ES. So what will be your output? It's very simple, you know that. Gain multiplied by input plus distortion D. So your output will be, your output is nothing but the AVS plus distortion D. Now if I giving a some negative feedback to this amplifier, gain AV and produce the distortion D. If I use some negative feedback here, this is a feedback network, and some part of this output I am giving to the input, then with this circuit I am giving this, then output is changed, distortion will be changed, and suppose the distortion of this is DF, then this DF will be nothing but the D upon 1 minus KV. So distortion decreases. If I give the negative feedback, and the distortion is suppose DF with entire circuit, this is called distortion with feedback. Then this distortion of this circuit is reduced by 1 minus KV times then the distortion without feedback. So let us prove this. This is a D, is a distortion of amplifier without feedback. This is a distortion of the amplifier with feedback. Okay, so it's very easy to prove. Look here, we know that when you give the input, then output will be nothing but the gain multiplied by input with plus distortion produced by this circuit, distortion due to this. Now as you give the negative feedback, your output is reduced, gain of the circuit is reduced by 1 minus kV times, the gain of the amplifier decreases by 1 minus kV times. You can compare the output, you can compare the distortion of the amplifier and distortion of the amplifier with feedback only when both the output are same. So the output of this is your EO dash, then I can compare the distortion of this circuit and distortion of this circuit only when the output of both the circuits should be equal, means EO dash should be equal to ES. Listen again I am telling you. This is amplifier circuit without feedback, distortion is D. This is amplifier circuit with feedback, distortion is DF. If I want to compare the distortion of this circuit with feedback and without feedback, then output of both should be equal. But here you know that due to the feedback, your gain of the amplifier decreases by how much times? 1 minus kV times. If you want to get the same output, then either input signal increases by 1 minus kV times, or gain of this amplifier increases by 1 minus kV times. You have to do any one of these. Listen again. The gain decreases by how much times? 1 minus kV times. Gain decreases by how much times? 1 minus kV times. So output decreases. If you want to get the same output, EO dash and AVS same, then this input of this circuit increases by 1 minus kV times, or gain should be increases by 1 minus kV times. Then you can get the same output. So let us suppose we have increases the input signal ES by how much times? 1 minus kV times. So EO dash and AV dash will be the same. So I can write EO dash and AVS will be same. Now look what is the here factor you will get. First, this is key. Your output is what? EO dash plus DF from this. How much part is coming here? Here coming here you can say K part. K part is coming here. How much part here coming here? K of this. We have written K VO dash. So K of this is here I have to write. So here you will get K into EO dash plus DF. So this is your now new input. This input multiplied by gain, you will get the output here. Gain multiplied by input, I should write gain multiplied by input means 1 minus kV into ES. This you will get. Third, this is the first I have written, this multiplied by gain, that is your signal will come here. Distortion D will come here. So I will write distortion D will come here, plus this multiplied by gain, this is your also input going here. So here you will get gain into EO dash plus DF into K. Look here. This signal multiplied by that I have written. Gain multiplied by input, that is your output. So in your output you will get 3 part. One part input multiplied by gain, here you have written. Distortion D produced by this you have written. Plus this feedback signal multiplied by this feedback voltage multiplied by gain that I have written. That is nothing but the EO dash plus DF. That is nothing but the, what should I write? Here I should write, here is nothing but the, this all will becomes your EO dash plus DF. So I can write EO dash plus DF will be nothing but the AV into 1 minus KV into ES plus distortion D of the amplifier plus gain multiplied by your feedback signal. So if I take this term on this side, if I take this term on this side, what will be common? This term will be common. So EO dash plus DF will be common. Into bracket I can write 1 minus KV. This is your AV. 1 minus KV into ES plus distortion D. That will be left. Now, what is EO dash plus DF? Divide all the side 1 minus KV. You will get AV into ES plus D upon 1 minus, you can write 1 minus KV. Look here what I did. This is output voltage of the amplifier with feedback network. This is a circuit, this is an amplifier with feedback. Which feedback we are talking? Only about negative feedback. Remember, this amplifier circuit without feedback. Remember this. And if you want to compare these two distortion, then this voltage and this voltage should be same. You have given this already, we have discussed. Now, so EO dash DF is nothing but the addition of these three. This I have taken on this side. So this is common. So this is left. Divide by this. So now already we have written these two are equal. Can you see here? Already we have written. So if these two are equal, then this will be cancelled. So what is the gain of the amplifier? What is the distortion of the amplifier with feedback is, or you can write, generally we are writing like this. So this is a distortion of the amplifier with feedback decreases by how much times? 1 minus KAV times. Same way, this is already we have this simple thing. I don't think it is just even though for your understanding. This amplifier circuit, distortion D is produced, gain is AV, input signal is ES, AVS into D. So this is your total output. Now you have given feedback. See, you have given feedback. As you give the feedback, output will be changed. So new output will be EO dash, and some distortion is changed. So distortion is what I have written DF. DF means with feedback. So this is good, and this is given to the some part is given to how much part? K part is given to the input. So what will be your new output? Why I have written input is increased? Because if you want to compare the distortion of the amplifier without feedback and with feedback, then EO dash output of both the circuits should be same. Here gain decreases. So to get the same output, either input should be increases or gain should be increases. So I have increased the input. So input is increases. So you will get gain, this input multiplied by gain, distortion D, and this is your feedback voltage multiplied by gain. So you have done addition. This is nothing but the addition of this. Then simplification. So you get the DF is equal to this. So distortion decreases. Next reason is also similar. Say we have seen first, stability increases. Second, bandwidth increases. Third, distortion decreases. Fourth, noise. Noise decreases you. Means noise is what decreases. I can write noise symbol, you know this. Noise symbol I am writing. This noise of the amplifier without feedback is N. Noise of amplifier without feedback. This is the noise of the amplifier. Noise of amplifier with feedback. Then similar way you can prove that noise of the amplifier with feedback is decreases by 1 minus kV times. Okay. Same way, nothing else. So you have to accept this equation. This two equation is very useful to solve so many numerical.